Oh my good God. Hey, how you doing? In today's video, I'm going to be cooking one of the craziest burgers I have ever made. We're putting an entire slab of Texas right into an amazing Irish grass-fed burger. This is going to be insane. As you can see, slightly in a different position today because it's August and it's Ireland, which means it's grey, miserable, and really, really wet. These two burgers, some of the time I will absolutely grind my own beef and make my own burgers, but these have come from probably one of the greatest and most well-known butchers in the country. That's Tom Durcan's in the English market. This is a 5 ounce sirloin. This is a serious looking burger. It's insane. What we're going to do with these, and I've got two smaller ones as well. These are just 4 ounce. The kids will not eat this, and as per usual, I'm shooting a video and cooking dinner. And the 4 ounce ones, equally high quality beef, but as you can see, they're just a little bit smaller. This is the first step here, what we're going to do. These burgers are just going to be here. I'm going to leave these here, and then we are just going to put on an insane rub. We are going Central Texas style. This is the Chud rub from Chud's BBQ. This is their all-purpose rub. It's got a little bit of a peppery kick, so it's got that Texas vibe and a bit of salt in it as well, and it's got really good color. All we got to do is coat these both sides. All right, and then when you're doing these, the most important thing to remember, regardless of the size of the burger, do the sides. You can roll it around if you've got some excess, or you can go to town like this and making sure we have got good coverage. Because this is kind of, there's a bit of a peppery kick, I'll just put extra stuff on it for the kids, right? Or is it the other way around? This is now going to sit here for maybe 10, 20 minutes, and let me tell you what else is going on this. So right now, I have some leftover Creekstone brisket. This is an insane brisket I cooked. In fact, it was the first video I ever put on this channel. I had some left in the freezer. It's now been sous vide from frozen. It's got about 40 minutes left or thereabouts, so in total about 2 odd hours. And this is going on top of this. Charcoal is up to temp. I'm going to push it all to one side in the PK grill. So what we're going to do, and basically what that's called, is called a direct and an indirect zone. So we're creating a very hot spot if you want to do a little bit of searing. And then on the other side is kind of the cooler spot. Spread out the coals just a bit. And over here have a little bit of oak that I have. So we're gonna drop that in here once the grill gets up to temp. So as you can see, literally this is the hot side. And that method will work on any grill that you have. Put your hot coals on one side, so you have a direct heat if you, again, as I said, if you want to do searing or anything like that. And then on the other side, you have a slightly cooler spot. So on the PK here, just as an example, we have the two vents open full. And in about 10 minutes time, we're going to close this one down, and then that's going to pull the heat over right up this one, including the smoke. We are up to temp on the little PK. Now keep in mind that we don't want to do anything crazy hot. We're looking around 250 to 275 in around there, even if it's 300, not a big deal. We're not grilling these burgers directly. We're kind of smoking them just a little bit with some, so let's get our wood in. 2 pieces. Hot. Next step is the 2 burgers. So these are the big ones, these 5 ounce sirloins from Tom Durcan's. They're covered in Chud rub. So I'm going to put those kind of just around here. Keep them centered. See, the wood is now starting to ignite. And then the smaller ones, which are going to cook a lot quicker, we're going to put these back around here. So smoke up and down. Let's get our glove off. Hygiene, please. Let's bring this down. Let's close this off. And now what's happening is the vent over there is more or less closed. The vent underneath the bottom, well, that's actually now going to pull up the heat this way, and then it's going to bring the smoke across here, kissing our burgers and bringing it up there. Now, how long do these take? Well, again, for the big ones, use your thermometer. These are burgers that I haven't made. I haven't ground the beef myself, so I don't know where the beef has come from, even though it's a very reputable butcher. So you could pull it at 145 if you want. I do sometimes, depending on the butcher, but I'll bring this up to about 150, 155, 160, 165 for ground beef all the time is kind of the safe zone. But if you like it medium rare or want to take your chances, then whatever. But this is a high quality product. This is high quality grass fed beef. So I'm pretty comfortable pulling it at 145, but we're just going to see how it goes. Timing wise, it all depends on temperature, and you could be looking at anywhere from 20 to 35 minutes, especially for the big ones. But remember, the bigger they are, the closer to the fire they need to kind of be. The smaller they are, the further away from the heat zone. That's the real important thing. We're going to get our first burger. Here is the first burger. We have got the sous vide brisket here. I mean, oh jeez, the smell off of that. On the base of this one, tiny little bit of cube pie mayo. We're going to put some crispy onions on here. Basically, the mayo is going to hold a lot of these together. Let us get our... Look at that. Look, I mean, that's a serious burger. The smell here is just nuts. Okay, right. Now, we're going to layer the flavor here. So, I'm going to put a pickle or two. I'm not the world's biggest fan of pickles, but I think they have to be on a burger. Invariably, I'm going to kick all of these over momentarily. Tiny little bit of pickled red onion. Alrighty. Let's not knock any of these over, Vic. Here's the key. All right. I'm going to be using a little bit of Franklin original barbecue sauce, just another nod to Texas. And this is, we're doing it Big Mac style here. Okay. So I'm going to get a little bit here. This is kind of one of the more thinner sauces. All right. Just going to put that there for now. Move it around. This brisket, I mean, look, this is just butter. Okay. So we have one slice of brisket up there for me. Oh, okay. A little bit more barbecue sauce. Leave that run down the edge. And now we have a pretty insane looking burger. But we're not done yet. We have some burnt end, a few that I saved. And that is going to round things off on the top for an epic brisket burger. Look at that. If that ain't Texas in a burger, I don't know what is. That is the one big pain about doing these videos is thumbnails. Right. So I'm gonna have a bite here. Oh my good fucking God. That's just insane. Wow.